And hello there. I'm just going to very quickly go over my second game because I'm a bit of an idiot. I completely forgot to take pictures in this one. I'm still not very used to doing it. I just got, you meet people, you start deploying, you just get caught up in it. So in this game, I was playing against Dave Grant. If you've seen any of Tom Richards' Battle Report videos, he also played Dave Grant and his Ogres, and I played him in Game 2. So I'm going to pretty quickly say that I managed to shoot him up the tables in this game. But as I'm going to explain, it was actually kind of close. Basically, Dwarfs don't find Ogres too bad because we have quite a lot of D6 wounding templates / war machines, and a fair bit of shooting to deal with the light armour, I guess. A couple of things. In some ways, I'll agree with Tom as well that because I've had a watch of his video when he played him. It didn't feel like from the second best player in England on the rankings. It didn't feel like he did anything amazingly special, but then I guess he doesn't need to. That's how Ogres go. I'm sure he is a very, very good player. You can't get up there without being a very good player in the rankings. But with this Ogre list, it's just a case of kind of just pushing it forward. He did do a couple of things, like he put out his main gut star, his iron guts, in a long line, which is fine. It's better for dealing with war machines, and it stops the cannons from piling their way through the ranks. Couple of things with this game though that I've definitely learnt about Ogres is when they have man-eaters, you got to deal with them because they are a bitch. Scouting Ogres with 4 attacks, strength 5, they just rip you apart. Or they did in my case. And the problem is with Dwarfs, obviously I don't like anything being in my face too quickly, which is the Ogre army altogether, but it doesn't help with the man-eaters as well, being able to scout. So I've got to find a way of dealing with them. I've got to start playing more to the meta, and as the finishes and as South Coast GT and Call to War both shows that there is a lot of Ogre players. So I think for the next time I play my Dwarf army, I'm going to mix it up, really. I think I might as well go over my what I plan to do with the army at the end of this video, because we've already done our summary video that Nick will be bringing up. We did it together on the way home in the car. And I think it's pretty good, and I don't really want to add anything to that. So I thought, because I've got such a short video for this one, I thought I would just talk about the ins and outs of bits and pieces like that. All the rest are fine. All the rest of the battle reports I've got pictures for, so don't worry there. Hopefully it will still be interesting, but I will get to the ins and outs of this one quite quickly. So on the actual game itself. He pushed it at me, I shot him, he pushed it at me again, we got into combat, I killed him, he killed me, I killed a lot of his characters, and he took off the rest of my army. So, it was just pretty standard stuff. One thing I did learn, and kind of predicted anyway, that organ guns rip apart Mornfang. They absolutely twat them, it's just horrible. It's just, you go, okay, I've rolled a 10, or even an 8, and you take out, because he has 2 units of 4, 2 units of 2. So all I did was, on that unit of 4, first shot of the game, rolled a 10 or an 8, took out 2 of them out the 4. He couldn't charge on the next one or he tried to and failed. Shot him again and took the last one down. Took one of them off and took the last one down to 1 wound, which my quarrelers just shot off. So the thing is, you'll see in the pictures that that towards the end of the game there wasn't actually a lot left on either side. It was it was a 20-0 in the end because it was just an absolute massacre on both sides. He just killed a lot of my stuff. I got a lot of points from him. I think I got like a 1,500 points or something. I think it was quite a lot. He got my army, but I got a lot from him. So, you know, I've got quite a few ideas for changing my army around for that. So yeah. What happened on the ins and outs? Well, I suppose the man-eaters charged my hammerers. I think he underestimated the hammerers a little bit because he charged them in the line because he kind of had to, because that's how they were positioned. And I think he might have underestimated my characters just a little bit as well. I don't know, maybe he just thought he would win the overall. Maybe he knew well ahead that he was going to win it, and that he just wasn't worried about it. But he couldn't kill off my characters easily at all, and my hammers just went to town on his units. Like he would hit me, but I'm hitting him on 3s, killing him on 2s. He's hitting me on 4s, killing me on 2s, and that can make a big difference. So, and also I'm stubborn, so I don't care. I'm going to stick around forever. But I actually won combat quite a few times on the first charge, but you know he's stubborn as well with the crown, which makes it a filthy unit. That's the problem I have the most. Mornfang, pile of piss for me. You know, I imagine for most dwarf players as well, you just shoot them off with the cannons and the stone throwers after you've taken out the blasters. But the gut star is just horrible. I think at the end of the game, I'll just have a quick look through the 3 pictures that I have because they're all closing pictures. I think he has like 1 model in each unit sort of thing that are just the banners or the champion just sort of running away. So yeah, it was actually really close in the end. There was just one horrible bit. I was in the building. I had a unit of quarrelers in the building, and we were like, oh, they'll be fine in there. He didn't want to charge me because I was stubborn. I might be able to hit him back, take off the last couple of wounds, get a unit maybe. And he shot his cannon at it and caused 6 wounds. I failed my leadership 9 panic test and ran off the board. So my last points with my last unit of quarrelers just heroically defending the building with the runesmith in there decided to run off at the last minute. So yeah, it was just absolute tabling in the end. But you know, it's just one of those things. So I'm not too fussed about it. But for changing my list, I've got a couple of ideas. I'm thinking of going for a double cannon, double organ gun list, and go for a lot more combat-y blocks because I'm not trusting my blocks enough. I'm not being aggressive with them enough. I'll explain that, you'll see that in some other games. I'm not being aggressive enough. I'm not trusting them enough to do it. I'm all just relying on my shooting. So I'm thinking if I go down to slightly less expensive war machines that can still be very good. You know, if I roll a double 10 or an 8 or a 10 or whatever, or even an 8 and a 6 or whatever I get at unit of Mornfang, that will just be unit deleted pretty much. I've worked out a couple of the odds, and if I roll well, you know, if there's unit 4, there'll be like 1 left on a couple of wounds from 1 round shooting maybe. Depends how good he does in his armor saves. But yeah, that's and go for some more ranger blocks and stuff like that. So yeah, that's the plan. But anyway, I better shut up now because we're running on time and I haven't got a lot of pictures to show you. But anyway, please stay tuned because I will have some decent videos coming up. I think it's about getting against Tomb Kings for the next one, and I love Tomb Kings, so hopefully I'll be a bit more cheerier in that one. So thanks for listening and stay tuned.